let's implement Jenkins in EC2. Let's launch an EC2 instance in AWS. You can use your own cloud provider based on your convenience, like Azure, GCP, or OCI, or Alibaba, or IBM, etc. Anything. Like you can also use a on-prem server. That's your choice. But I am using EC2, AWS EC2 for my convenience. So let's start implementing it. Yeah, let's click launch instance. I'm telling you, using console is absolutely not at all a best practice when you are dealing with cloud from computing. You will either use AWS CLI or CloudFormation or Terraform, anything. This is just for demo. This is just for a session. I'm using a AWS console so that it can be easily understandable for everyone. Yeah, let's go with it. You can give the name of the server. Indirectly, what is the server? It is just a computer. Like it is a laptop. How we use it? We are just creating online. We are creating a online laptop or online system computer, anything, so that we can do stuff in it. So I'm doing it a Ubuntu OS, a Linux server. I'm just giving a name to it. Jenkins test. Yeah, that's good. I'm selecting Ubuntu. You can also select Amazon Linux, Mac OS, Windows. If you want to do it in a Windows and you want to run it in a local host, you can also do that. But that's not a best practice. Usually in production or in companies, in projects, they will use Linux-based servers only. So stick with it. You can select any AMI. That's your wish. And you can see the AMI details and AMI ID. Yeah, I think the name is Ubuntu. Good. And you can, if you are using a free tier account, T2 micro is free, but T2 micro is not enough. That compute capacity is not enough for supporting Jenkins. At least T3 medium is good, so that there is no buffering when you are using Jenkins. So select T3 medium as it is a practice. It is enough. It is the minimum capacity and minimum configurations, like 2 vCPUs. You can see there is 2 vCPUs and 4 GB RAM, and storage can be our wish. But these are the minimum configurations you require to install Jenkins. At least 2 vCPUs and 2 2 GB RAM, but I'm selecting 4 GB RAM. Okay, if you don't have any key pair, you can create a key pair. Just keeping the name it as Jenkins. If it is already exists, Jenkins test. You can select PEM files because it is a Linux based server. PPK is mostly used for Windows servers, right? Yeah, just a minute, I will make sure that our recording is on. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, you can use any VPC. Yeah, this is also one of the prerequisite. You should have a network to launch an instance, right? That is different. That will be explained in cloud computing session. I have also going to plan some sessions on cloud computing on AWS VPC, EC2, and security groups, etc. As of now, stick to the session. You should enable the public IP. Otherwise, using the private IP, you would require a VPN and firewall, etc. So, to connect to the server, you should require a public IP. It will be chargeable, and you need a VPC. And remind this, guys, if you want costless, I have made a session already. That link is in the description. In that session, you can use a free environment, free Ubuntu instance using Killer Coda. If there is any budget problem, you can use that. If you are okay with some 100 to 150 bucks, this video is enough. This using EC2 and T3 medium is more than enough. Okay, I'm just allowing all the traffic just for demo. That cannot be good. There cannot be a best practice in production or not any environment. This is just a test, like, so I'm selecting the VPC. I'm selecting subnet. No preference of the subnet. I'm enabling the public IP, and 8 GB RAM is more than enough. You can select GP3. Okay, you are good with it. No need of editing advanced details, as Jenkins is more than enough. No hooks and everyone. Yeah, I'm going to launch the instance. You can see Our instance is going to be launched. Yeah, it's launched. We can connect to the instance. Yeah, before that you can verify if your instance is created or not. You can see our Jenkins test server is created and running. Yeah, our public IP is this 44. This is the public IP. You can also assign elastic IP to use it every time. Like when you turn off this server, this public IP will be removed. Whenever again when you turn on, the public IP will be given once again. So if you want to use a static public IP, you should use elastic service, elastic IP that can be available in network section, elastic IPs. So now just stick with the dynamic IP, that is public IP. Then we can connect to the server. And it is a public server. We don't need session manager or VPN or putty anything. You can directly connect. You can see we are going to connect it. See our instance details, our public IP, 5-bit IP, Jenkins test. Yeah, you can see just launched the server. Yeah, that's cool, right? We have details of the server. I'm going to switch to the sudo user. See, yeah, we can also see. Yeah, everything is good. Let's start implementing Jenkins. This is the actual stuff, guys. I'm going to use the official documentation for Jenkins. Any DevOps engineer or cloud engineer, whatever you are, always follow the official documentation of any DevOps tool. Like here, you just search on Jenkins, or you can also search Jenkins on Ubuntu or Jenkins on anything. You can go to the documentation so that it cannot cause any version errors or anything. So I'm using official documentation. You can see there is a Linux section here. In Linux, there is a Debian, Ubuntu, Fedora, and Red Hat Enterprise, etc. Mine is a Ubuntu based system. So I'm going to use this long-term support release so that no version capabilities or deprecating issues that might occur in future. And also one more prerequisite, our server must have Java installed before installing Jenkins, because Jenkins run on Java. It is a Java based application. So there are also guides to help us installation of Java. Okay, let's start implementing installation of Java. I will first of all check if it is available. It is not available, so we need to install it. We can use the official documentation. You can sudo update the repositories in your server. Yeah, I'm going to install. Just wait until your server is getting updated. Make sure your instance is 33 medium or if more than those, so that computation will be fast. That's what we will use servers, right? For computing purpose only we will use servers. For that to happen, we should have enough configurations. I'm installing Java JDK 21 JRE. I should select Y. Yeah, it takes 1 to 2 minutes max. Then you can verify the Java version. Simple, right? Two commands, you are installing Java in a Ubuntu server. That will not be same in the Windows server or Windows computer, anything, or a laptop or etc. But this is the feasibility and help that we get from our Ubuntu based or Linux based servers. I'm going to check the version. See guys, open JDK, install. Now we can proceed with installation of Jenkins. See, you can duplicate the key. This is the key for the repository. Yeah. Always follow the official documentation, guys. Don't stuck with AI tools, ChatGPT. You can use them for reference, but you should follow the documentation because ChatGPT fetches the data from the official documentation only, so that it does not create any version issues in the future. So use official documentations for installation of any open source tool or enterprise edition tool, anything. Use official documentation. That's the best practice. You can see Jenkins. Yeah, it just create a symlink, and I hope you have idea about symlink. It will create a system service so that whenever the server is on, this application, Java application runs while the system is being booted. Now we have to enable the Jenkins and I have to start the Jenkins. There are also commands given here. Yeah, you can see this. You have enabled it. You have created a systemd service for that. And now we can start that systemd service. Yeah, I have started it. You can check the status. It will be running the key issue. See, our Jenkins is running. How to test it? Simple. Just type the public IP in the Google. Okay, bye bye Jenkins. I'm going to use it now. Make sure you enter the port because Jenkins defaultly run on port 8080 and you are running in HTTP, not HTTPS, because we are not integrated any certificate or TLS or SSL certificates, etc. Just a minute, it's being loading. Let's try like this. Don't know why it is taking time. Yeah, we have to enable some ports. I will show you the magic behind this, how this works. It is not working right now, right? Now I will enable security ports at the security level. See, as of now, inbound rules are like 80, 443, and 22. But 8080 is not enabled. You cannot directly communicate with the server using the port 8080 until and unless able to you are able to add the ingress rules in it. So let's edit the ingress rules. This is the security group. This security group will act like say a firewall. See, you can edit inbound rules. You can add rule, custom TCP, like I will give all traffic. Yeah, zero and I will give 0 and 0. Otherwise, let's test it. We'll give TCP, custom TCP. I will give 8080. You can remove the 9. As of now, give all traffic, like any IP address. Like if you can give your IP range, CADR of your VPN or site to site or anything. But I'm as of now giving 000. I'm saving the rules. See, the magic, guys. Just a port, simple port, enable our application to work. So it acts like a firewall. Not every request, not every traffic can hit our server, right? That's the security. That's the functioning of our security group. That's the functioning of security group. It it stop the traffic until and unless you have enabled the ingress rules. we'll log into the pipeline. Now we'll log into the Jenkins. Sorry guys, log into the Jenkins and we're using the admin password. First time we have to use the administrative password. Where is it? Yeah, it is in our server. Actually, this is the path of the secret that is in our Jenkins server. You can directly cat and print the password. I'll also show where is it actually available in our server. Just copy it. Yeah, not necessary. You can see you have been logged into the Jenkins dashboard. You can install the default plugins. Yeah, they're started being installed. Simple, right? You don't need to write the code for this application. You don't need to. It's an open source tool. That's how corporate DevOps world works. Single DevOps engineer cannot do the development and production of like this tool. So they will use open source tools. So you can use create a username, you can create a admin, you can give password, you can give any password, you can confirm the password, name, email optional, save and continue. Yeah, see, it's giving the age report, right? That's it, guy. We can start using Jenkins now. See the magic. See, guys, you have set up a software in your application, even in your server. You are able to run Jenkins. You are able to run Jenkins. You didn't create any dashboard. You didn't create any code. You have code anything, but an open source tool helped you to run an application in your server, in your compute machine. This is the Jenkins UI. This is the account section. This is you can log out. You can create dash. You can create new items from here. See, yeah, I can create new item. You can create a freestyle project. You can create a pipeline, multi-configuration project or organization project. Yeah, that's the installation of Jenkins. Yeah, let's create a pipeline in our Jenkins. Yeah, you can create many number of types of pipelines. We will go step by step. In this session, we will just create a sample freestyle project. In this session, in the next session, we will try to create a pipeline job, which this is a pipeline job which clones a Git repository and just just showcase what are the files are available in the GitHub repository. And in another video, let's add one other stage. Like in each session, we will go on adding stages. At the final end, we will going to be perfect with adding build, deploy, update, etc. Every stage. We will also cover GitOps. Yeah, I think everyone knows the GitOps, how they are updating the manifest files and etc. So let's start from basic. In this session, we will only write a freestyle project. Just give a name for it, freestyle or anything. Freestyle. Yeah, select the freestyle project. Yeah, you can explore the things in here. There are general source code management triggers whenever if you want to like set cron jobs. You have to run this job by the cron. Source code management, environment variables like build steps and push build actions, etc. Yeah, and as I'm now I have not going with Git. This is just a introduction video. Yeah, no need of triggers. Just add some build steps. That's what we do in our Jenkins pipeline, right? We can select a Jenkins shell or execute Windows batch command, runtime with anything. I'm just telling any command. You can give any command. Like I'm just displaying the flavor of the server. It will give output as a Linux. You can apply it. You can save it. Okay, I'm going to build this pipeline now. See, build is successful. You can see the logs. We have executed this uname command using this pipeline. See, output is Linux. This is being executed in this the server, in the Jenkins server. In the same way, you can also execute some commands in another server by connecting it via SSH and executing commands in the another server via SSH. So this is the basic HTML project. Now, in the next session, next session or next part, we are going to create a new pipeline job.